As we head into the weekend, we can tell you that the proposal still stands that was sent by the Ministry of Education to have the BNTU strike fund finance some of the teachers' salaries. Some compromise has been lent to the situation. However, as the Minister of Education, Patrick Faber, has decided to give the process some time to be ironed out, and with that, teachers will be receiving their complete salary for the month of October.
We decided to delay the withholding of the salaries from this month of October. We will put it off until next month, again to give the BNTU ample time to answer the proposal that we have put forward. This is also being done because we have a few of the managing authorities, particularly the largest one, I think the Roman Catholic management, that is saying we have so many schools, so many teachers, it's hard for us to compile this information. Remember that the strike had gone on up until Tuesday, I believe, and so we still are gathering information. It's hard for us to meet the deadline of 4:30 today, Friday, and so we have said, okay, we won't interfere with the salaries for this month of October, but rather we will move with those deductions at the end of the November month.
Despite the delay in deductions of the teachers' salaries, Minister Faber says the proposal remains to have the BNTU strike fund used to pay the teachers who went on strike. He added that while President of the BNTU, Luke Palacio, has stated that the strike fund is not for that purpose, Minister Faber says that may not be entirely true.
He was saying that the strike fund doesn't have that as its purpose, that in fact the strike fund is a kind of fund to fund activities while the teachers are on strike, on industrial action. And I promptly remind him of a resolution passed at the BNTU convention, I think it was the 42nd convention held in Orange Walk, where the resolution made clear that the strike fund was to be redefined to pay teachers who were denied a salary as a result of strike action. So unless there is something wrong, and I would really love for somebody, one of you in the media or all of you in the media, to question Mr. Palacio about that resolution. And you know, the issue is that we're asking for the union to be responsible to. It encouraged teachers to go on strike. You have been the persons who have done the interviews. You have seen the countless number of officials of the union and regular members of the union who have said that they don't care about the docking of their pay, that in fact the union has their back, that they pay a strike fund, a contribution to that strike fund. And so we're asking the union to be responsible. The government wants to resolve this matter, but it is not as easy as some folks would say. Just pay the teachers. So then what becomes of those teachers who did go to work? Are they to be given additional monies for the fact that they did go to work? And where is that additional money to come from if it is we're going to use the entire monies available for this month to pay the teachers their full salaries? So it's a very difficult situation for us in the government to be in, and we're trying to be careful as we move forward making these decisions. We want to make sure that our players all are aware of why it is we're doing what we're doing.
One of the proposals coming up to the ministry is to pay the teachers in full, whilst demanding that they put in extra hours to make up for the time lost in the classrooms. It would be ideal for those who chose to go on strike, but what happens to those who chose to go to school instead?
Remember that our position as it is today is that there will be the deductions from the salaries. That has not changed. But yesterday, I did write to the president of the BNTU proposing that we might be able to be of assistance to those teachers who were on strike because we believe that we can assist if the BNTU believes that it can put forward the monies that are withheld as a monthly contribution from the teachers to go into a strike fund. That is a way to make sure that our teachers are comfortable especially since the children are at the forefront of whatever it is we're doing here. And we believe that there is the need for make-up time to happen. Now, if it is that teachers aren't paid, especially from the government, if the payment is withheld, then that argument about, or the question about having teachers go back to the classroom to assist over time to help students to make up time becomes difficult, because if you don't pay me, you can't expect me to go back. But if it is that there can be a kind of payment from the strike fund subsidized by the government, then that gives us a foot into the negotiations to try to work out make up time for the students. I did write to President Palacio. He answered very quickly to say that he believed that my invitation to a meeting today, Friday, was very short notice, and that he needed to consult with the Council of Management. I wrote back to him promptly to say that while I apologize about the late notice, that in fact he would understand and he would appreciate that time is of the essence in all of this. Teachers are expecting to be paid next Friday, and we want to make sure that we do all that we need to do in order to make sure that that payment is not late.
The situation remains fluid as there is still a meeting pending between the ministry and the BNTU, which Minister Patrick Faber had sought to have this morning, but due to time constraints, both parties have agreed to meet at a later date.